gonna switch it on them.
Flip mode.
Flip mode.
Flip mode is the greatest.
Greatest. You know, and as a shorty, I was always told
1 sec.
that if I ain't gonna be part of the greatest, I gotta be the greatest myself. Come on, yeah, come on. Yeah, nigga, what a surprise. Give you something, make a nigga close both of your eyes. All my niggas getting.
Let me know when we're back.
That little small guy, we on the rise. Everything a nigga touch, platinumized. Full of your quips, you know we coming all on supplies. Got a big gun and I'ma show you the size. You fuck with any of my flip mode family ties. Me and my niggas be coming through, stroking you out. Killing off any and everything you talking about. See you in the club, now we walking you out.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
You in and open your mouth. Yo, anyway, we stay keeping it moving. Fucking with the wrong nigga, hope you know what you're doing. Now,
Still black and white?
same niggas,
Yeah.
it's not a game,
I'm
nigga.
feeling that.
In your brain. Y'all niggas had enough?
Give me some more.
Y'all niggas want the wild shit?
Give me some more.
Yo, Spliff, where the weed at? Give me some more.
Oh, that's for a cool
Guys, you know, totally unprecedented by anything that's happened tonight. I would like to talk about the movie Psycho. That is a tremendous film. First thing I got to address, obviously this film is dated. It's 60 years old. And, you know, thankfully they do quite clearly make mention that Norman is not a trans person, but rather just a very deranged person who takes on the persona of someone who is the opposite sex as him. Obviously, it's very crass, and I don't think it did any favors for the trans community. I talk about Psycho in the same way that I talk about Silence of the Lambs, where I don't think either of the movies are inherently transphobic. However, I don't think that either film did the trans community really any favors, because the average kind of Joe Schmo off the street may have gotten their first experience with trans discussion through one of those two films. And even though Buffalo Bill nor Norman Bates are trans, obviously these films, you know, bred a certain type of phobia around the trans community that at the time sucked. But now we can have a frank discussion about it. It's 60 years ago, and that's all I'll say on that. I'm glad we do a better job handling those topics and a better understanding of those things now. Okay, there you go. But that's my final statement is I don't think this movie is inherently transphobic. Had to be said, had to be talked about. So that was Hitchcock's Psycho. And man, oh man, oh man, what a fucking film that is. It is such a well-made, small film. I think the first time people watch Psycho, one of the first things they notice is what a contained movie it is by today's standards, right? It feels like movies now, they move to so many different locations and they have so many different sets and so many different characters that it's almost kind of shocking by contrast to see a film that is so contained be so well executed, right? There's only like 7 characters in that entire movie, but they really dig into all of them. And the plot is so simple, right? A woman has a bad day. She goes a little bit mad and she steals $40,000 and puts herself in a really, really bad situation with a character that is seemingly harmless, but turns out to be a psycho. And then the events that unfold from that kind of nexus point. I love this movie. As I said, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing when a film that, F. Sorry, guys. We're back. Okay. Saved. It's amazing when a film that is that old holds up for that long. That film is so old, man. It is so old and it's still beautiful. And although you can tell it doesn't have the same level of effects or practical, you know, some of the scenes there's almost like a tongue-in-cheek humor to them now. You know, when that guy falls down the stairs and does the It's kind of like a little whimsical almost. But the way that he builds the tension in the film, Hitchcock builds the tension, is tremendous. And I think that's really, Hitchcock's genius is building that tension in the frame and making some of the moments that I think a lot of movies now would throw away as like exposition scenes, become really fun, tense moments, right? Movies now, it just seems like there's always like 20 minutes of just talking heads at the beginning of the films where they're like, what's the plot? Who are the characters? How am I related to you? And now they have to do that because they pack so much plot into 2 hours. This film, you don't ever feel like you're getting a lore dump, right? That opening where that cop is following her and camped out, by the place where she's buying the car, that's just so tense. And if anybody's ever had a cop behind them while doing something nefarious or just simply having a cop in your rear view is pretty unnerving. Hitchcock expresses that feeling amazingly well in this movie. And he really creates some great horror in it. That line, Mrs. Bates has been dead for 30 years or however long she's been dead for, is so like, it's just such a great moment of like, what's going on here? Oh my God. And it really sets up the final act of the film. I love the monologue that Mother Bates gives. I'm so harmless, I wouldn't even swat this fly. It is just so unnerving and creepy and well written and specific. I love it. I love this film. Now, for many of you, as we saw by the chat, this was your first look at Psycho and probably your first look at Hitchcock. And what I will tell you is that this man has a really, really deep catalog of tremendous films. The Birds, Vertigo, High Tension, to name a few.
Movie.
Thank you. And if you enjoyed this film, it's always fun for me to show people older movies like this and have them get an unexpected kick out of it. And then I challenge you to go dive into those filmmakers. If you enjoyed this Hitchcock film, please go watch more Hitchcock. He really is one of the genius filmmakers of all time. And he's worth going through his catalog and Rear Window. Yeah, there's another one. And watching, I mean, it goes on and on and on. He's got tracks, he's got hits. And you should definitely go check it out if you enjoyed this film. The other ones will not let you down.
That's for cool.
Simpsons parodied Psycho a lot.
Yep.
Some great clips.
Simpsons has parodied damn near everything. So yeah, I'm sure Psycho is in there. So yeah, definitely go check out his other movies. The other thing that I talked about at the beginning of the other stream that didn't happen is how you will kind of get the uncanny feeling of having watched this movie before. There are some very direct references to, made by other very popular horror films. To name a few: Scream, the red herring beginning, Friday the 13th, The Mother Did It, or did she? These are films that took homage, from Psycho. And it's amazing, as I said, to watch Psycho and then Argento's films, because I do think that between Argento and Hitchcock, you have the blueprint for just about every slasher movie you've ever watched, which is amazing, right? It's like listening to the Beatles' Twist and Shout and going, oh, so that's where rock and roll started. It's this really fun kind of step back and way of like organizing kind of film history in this landmark film, in this landmark moment. that ultimately would change film forever. I love this movie. I hope you enjoyed it too. I know it's a little dated, but I hope as young viewers or first-time viewers, you were able to pull something out of it beyond this is a very whimsical old movie, and maybe, experience some fear, experience some eeriness, maybe gasped a little bit when Norman came out and screamed silently in the outfit of his mother. What a moment. I enjoyed this movie, and I enjoyed showing it to you guys. I'm sorry that I have taken such a hiatus from the film course nights. We've still been doing a lot of watch parties on Wednesday, but originally Wednesdays were very much a class experience, and it felt good to get back to that and watch an important movie with you guys and be able to give you some factoids and some tidbits and some lessons that if I'm being quite honest, this isn't an actual film course, right? I'm not talking to you about lighting theory or camera position or the type of shots or anything like that, but I am talking about broad strokes, and I hope beyond anything, I am invigorating a joy or a passion in you for film, and broader than that, a passion for art. I think too typically now, young people have a tendency to look at anything that is dated and immediately consider it cringe or not worth their time, or something that can't enrich their lives. And, I think there are a lot of dated projects that I watch now and I'm like, it doesn't hold up. But there are so many film projects, music projects, art projects, painting, photography that hold up against the test of time and are worth your time. And it can give you this amazing perspective on where the things that you enjoy now came from. And it's also kind of this really interesting time capsule of what things were like back then. I knew the guy was a psycho the moment that he offered her milk, but apparently that was something that people did back in the day. So, red flag for us, totally normal back then, I guess. But seriously, there's a lot that you can dig into there. And you can certainly broaden your horizons as an artist. Cool. One example I gave at the beginning of the stream, and here we're going to do a kind of full circle moment here. I talked about the music of Argento inspiring the album Across the Universe by Justice, right? The goblins are featured in that song that I played for you. Well, the Psycho soundtrack influenced one of my favorite songs of all time, Busta Rhymes' Give Me Some More. You might remember this violin riff. I played it when I came back, but we would have never gotten this absolute masterwork from Buster unless he or someone in his production group had watched Psycho.
If I ain't gonna be part of the greatest, I gotta be the greatest myself. Come on, yeah, come on. Yeah, nigga, what a surprise. Give you something, make a nigga close both of your eyes. All my niggas getting money capitalized. Die, little small guy, we on the rise. Everything a nigga touch, platinumized. Full of your equip, we coming all on supplies. Got a big gun and I'ma show you the size. You fuck with any of my flip mode family ties. Me and my niggas be coming through, stalking you out. Killing off any and everything you talking about. See you in the club, now we walking you out. Should've thought twice before you went and open your mouth. Yo, anyway, we stay keeping it moving. Fucking with the wrong nigga, hope you know what you're doing. Now blame me, all the same niggas is lame. It's not a game, nigga name still splitting your brain. Y'all niggas had enough?
Give me some more.
Y'all niggas want the wild shit? Give me some more. Yo, split where the weed at?
Give me some more.
I know y'all niggas need that. Give me some more. Even though we getting money, you could give me some more. With the cars in the big crib, give me some more. Everybody spread love. Give me some more. If you want it, let me hear you say it. Give me some more.
Now that's one thing I guarantee you other film teachers wouldn't have dropped on you at the end of Psycho. That's one thing that I can guarantee you'll only get right here in the Will Neff film class. Yeah, wow, cool. But truly, I think that is one thing I always like to reiterate when we watch older projects. Artists don't crawl out of the ooze fully formed. Art is you as a vessel taking all your experiences, all that you've lived through, all that you've watched, all that you've enjoyed, all that has tortured you, and putting it out into the world for other people to see so that they can enjoy it, experience catharsis, and maybe for a moment not feel so alone in their unique and obviously probably very challenging plight in life. So, you know, if you are an artist, if you are creative, which I hope is everyone, I think everybody has the capacity and should in some form explore art in their life. Go watch these masters. Take pieces of what they've done and apply it to your life in your art. And listen to more Busta Rhymes.
Blast with a branch, give me my cash, look at my ass, running with my money, son, go out with a blast. Do what you want, niggas cut in the corner, you fucking up the order, go ahead and meet the reporter. Yo, she telling news on how you switch to a bitch. Little fake funny style, nigga, chill with a snitch. So now I pass you straight, I don't got nothing to ask you. Make a little room for me, you know my niggas to pass through. Cartier, Sidney Portier, hooray shit. Roll with all of my niggas from around the way shit. When I come through, your niggas know I do my thing, bring more shit to generate money. Cha-ching, arrest you, lyrically, flow will caress you, bless you, then the nigga.
How many people have heard this song before and didn't know that it was from the Psycho soundtrack? All right, guys, that's it for the film portion of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to, let me just do this real quick. Whoop. Hello. Hi. I'm back.
Yeah, wow.
We now are going to do something else that
Thanks for what you do.
Oh,
Diner
thank you.
scene.
Diner scene. Just throw it in there. We're going to watch one episode of Alone. If you are into it, because I like Alone, and you know, even on a film lesson night, my eyes go back to black and white. You guys digging the aesthetic? Oh my goodness, Pepe El Toro with the 20 gifted. Thank you so much. Alerts are back on. Bits are back on. I always turn them off during the film lesson, but thank you so much, Pepe El Toro. Can you turn on Smite drops? I don't even know how to do that. If I'm being rather frank. I didn't even stream the Smite tournament. Oh, Tubba Tubba, thank you. All right, we are on episode 10.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Oh,
One of my favorite black and white films is You
Yep.
Can't Take It With You.
oh,
James Stewart from It's a Wonderful Life is in it.
yeah. I don't
Oh, yeah, wow.
remember that film off the top of my
Can I
head, but the
hang out
name
for
sounds
2
very
years?
familiar. Okay. Holy smokes, you guys. We are on day 58 of this season. You're going to have to allow me to use the restroom very quickly and grab some more water. And when I come back, we're going to watch episode 9 of season 6 of Alone. It's getting spicy. Winter is coming. I'll be back shortly. Speaking of great, simple movies with a few actors, could we watch Reservoir Dogs at some point? Reservoir Dogs would be interesting. I would probably have to watch it as a prime watch party because it's a newer film. I think the legality gets a little bit more gray with watching films that are, on their way to 100 years old. But potentially, I think that's a film definitely worth watching. I will be right back. And when I get back, we are watching this episode. Let me go pee. Episode 8, right? Oh, we're on episode 8? Did I accidentally skip an episode? Oh, good catch, guys.
This is
Okay, I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. One thing before we start this. So Farley was watching the stream and he was so inspired by the events on the stream that he wanted to show us his audition photo. He was actually considered for one of the lead roles. Here he is in his test footage for Psycho. Really compelling stuff there from Farley. He almost landed the role, and you know, I wish he had. History would have been totally different. All right. With that being said, let's dial in for one good episode of Alone. Here we go.